Deep in the Atacama Desert in Chile lies a mountain range made entirely of discarded clothing. These are garments worn for maybe 2 weeks and then thrown away. The pile is now so massive it can be seen from space. This mountain grows because our modern marketing system is functioning exactly as designed. Over the last 70 years, we have constructed a synthetic world. Every waking moment is spent inside an environment of constant selling and faking, where every interaction is a potential pitch. Marketing has evolved from a communication tool into a global engine. Its primary function is to convert finite natural resources into temporary trends and ultimately into trash. The modern marketing engine runs on psychological stimulation and seduction. Strategists and brand planners map human behavior to find our specific dramas. They look for our personal anxieties, our insecurities, and the emotional voids we feel in our daily lives. Once an anxiety is identified, marketers use a technique called framing. They position a mass-produced product as the specific, intimate cure that fills that drama. This strategy targets the primitive emotional centers of the brain. By engineering a sudden, irresistible impulse to consume, it makes the purchase feel like a deeply personal necessity. This weaponization of empathy keeps the global machine running. It ensures that consumers continue to buy, maintaining the direct pipeline from the natural world to the landfill. The force driving this engine is the corporate quarterly report. Modern business structures demand infinite, uninterrupted profit growth. Within this system, success is measured strictly by commercial output, which often leaves little room for environmental ethics. This requirement for infinite growth eventually collides with the hard mathematical reality of a planet with finite resources. If all 8 billion people adopted the lifestyle of a typical American consumer, we'd require 5.5 Earths to sustain them. Even at the average German lifestyle, the resources required equal 3 planets. The marketing engine is working, but its definition of success, infinite consumption, is mathematically designed to exhaust the environment. After decades of living in a manufactured world defined by constant faking and pitching, consumers are reaching a point of psychological fatigue. Because our commercial spaces are so saturated with synthetic messages, anything that feels real or honest has become a high-value currency. Authenticity is now one of the most prized traits a brand can have. We see this shift most clearly in younger generations. Gen Z is actively moving away from traditional retail, prioritizing secondhand goods and supporting small social enterprises with ethical missions. This change in values disrupts the resource-to-trash pipeline. It proves that when the underlying consumer motivation changes, the waste engine loses its momentum. The techniques used in marketing are neutral tools. The same skill set that sells junk food could be used by NGOs to communicate global solutions more effectively. Currently, these tools are misaligned because our economic system rewards short-term profit over long-term preservation. But by understanding how our emotional anxieties are mapped and targeted, we can reclaim our attention. We can change how we buy, how we live, and stop fueling the waste engine.